Hi, I'm Brandon Bartlett. Eyewitness News wants you to be an informed voter on Election Day. That's why we're producing a series of special reports about the U.S. Senate race in Indiana. I ask you on our Eyewitness News Facebook page to let me know what issues are important to you. We then took those issues directly to all three candidates. In this report, we talked with Jasper businessman Mike Braun and asked him your 5 questions. What is your stance on immigration?
Immigration, along with the cost of health care and people really concerned about Social Security and Medicare being around, top 3 issues. Jobs in the economy, ironically, would be double everything else. They're even. That's because jobs in the economy are so good. Immigration, border security is a big deal. You see what we're looking at with the caravan. And that's because we've not enforced our border for years, and people don't respect it anymore. And I think that's one thing in Indiana. Hoosiers want a secure border, and then they want to fix the problems associated with immigration. And I'm going to be somebody that, just like I've done in my entire life, the few years I was in the state legislature, I'm going to weigh in on that stuff.
What's your stance on gun control?
Every time that happens, it's a tragedy, and your heart goes out to anybody that's impacted by it. So when it comes to gun control, it's always brought up. I'm going to always be for things that will keep the guns out of the hands of the mentally ill and criminals. And I think we've just got to do a better job at that. And then I'm always going to be one that defends our Second Amendment rights. It's a tough discussion, but I think there's a lot we can be done, that can be done.
What about health care?
Health care is where I feel I can weigh in the most. I don't think there's a senator there that's done as much as I've done in my own business. I wanted to make a pledge to my employees that you'll never go broke because you get sick or have a bad accident. Obamacare, which was called the Affordable Care Act, was based upon covering pre-existing conditions and no cap on coverage. It wasn't affordable.
Are you willing to vote against your party?
If my party ever gets away from the principles of smaller government, emphasize the individual, small business, local and state governments, I would definitely speak up. And I did that a few times in the State House, and you do pay the consequence for it, but I'm glad I did it on those issues, and I'll do it there too.
What issue do you think will define this election?
I think it's going to be 2 things. The agenda, do you like that it's working? Are you happy with the way things were, or do you think we're checking off and fixing a few things? That's why I'm running. If it were Hillary Clinton there, I wouldn't be wasting my time. And then I think the other thing of these issues that Hoosiers are concerned about, we've got to deliver when we repeal Obamacare, that we replace it with something that's going to actually work.
All of our 5 question segments can be found at tristatehomepage.com. All you have to do is click on your local election headquarters. For your local election headquarters, Brandon Bartlett, Eyewitness News.